Hello, my name is Tony Armeni, and I'm an instructor in 3D design and sculpture at Youngstown State University. Over the years, I've had the privilege of designing and placing sculpture around the city. These bike rack sculptures that represent horns were funded by a grant from the Wien Foundation. Unlike most of my outdoor sculpture that is made of carbon steel that gradually oxidizes over time, these pieces are stainless steel and will remain a bright silver. Bloom is my response to a request from a homeowner who wanted an illuminated sculpture to be a feature in a large driveway. I've made several versions of star flowers that I consider to be mergers of the organic and mechanized worlds. A thread that runs through a lot of my work is that of scientific instruments. Is this a transmitter, a receiver, or just a mechanical flower? A few years ago, the National Endowment for the Arts awarded the city grant monies to fund 5 public art projects. I assembled a small team and designed a bus shelter. I worked with Eris, a local steel fabrication shop in North Lima. Working from a scale model, they deconstructed a shipping container and reconstructed it into this shelter. It was the most ambitious project that I've been involved with. I made some new friends and learned a lot more about steel fabrication. On several occasions, I talked with the people who used the existing shelter to learn how the new shelter could be best designed for the people who used it. I had several conversations with Rick Perko, the director of the Ward Beecher Planetarium. He had seen my work at one of the art festivals on campus and thought that my forms could be incorporated into a sundial. Before we were able to put a plan into action, he died unexpectedly. His colleagues in physics and astronomy approached me to see the project through as a tribute to Rick. This is a scientific instrument based on an equatorial bow sundial. I made an allowance for the time band to slide back and forth so it can be adjusted for daylight savings time. I had the good fortune of meeting Salvatore Attardo, a doctor of linguistics here at the university. He had an interest in making sculpture and asked me if I would teach him how to weld. So for several months I would show him metalworking techniques in exchange for his help in my studio. We made a great team and created several pieces of outdoor work. This piece is titled TASA for our initials, and it's a combination of a celestial sphere and creature. Grace is the merger of gentle skyward moving arcs and a helical midsection. It's loosely based on a figure that is paused mid-stride. Leave is the juxtaposition of long, gentle arcs surrounding a tight spherical form. It is part celestial model and creature, combining elements of the man-made world with those of the organic. Leave and Grace are in the art collection of the West Side Bowl, the new music venue on the west side of Youngstown. The Lamppost is a whimsical combination of flat and round arcs. The lamp section is comprised of 2 hexagonal pyramids. I intended it to be seen as a figure in motion. Centinela is a guardian that consists of mostly found materials. It's a combination of figure and scientific instrument. It sits outside of St. John's Church on Wick Avenue in Youngstown. Spoke is a recent collaborative piece that's installed on the corner of Wood and Hazel Streets in between the campus and downtown. I had the pleasure of working with 2 young artists, Ashley Dillon and Salsi Salama, and over the course of a couple of months last fall, we assembled this sphere. It consists of 3 spoke wheels that are joined at right angles. I'm able to construct the work that I do based on formal design principles that I learned as a student. As an instructor, I strive to pass along as much of this formal design information with the hope that my students will go on to excel in whatever discipline they choose.